Hello, I'm Naveen.
Hi guys, Ishan here. Recently we came across a situation where we had to copy some tabular data from a website into spreadsheets and CSVs. But sadly the website did not provide any export option, and manually copying the data into spreadsheets was really time consuming and tedious. So what we did was apply a trick in Python, and let us show you what this trick was.
Okay, so for the trick to work, we need two Python packages. One is called as Pandas. Pandas is a very famous library which will give you tabular data structures to work with. And we also need LXML. It will help in processing XML and HTML data, HTML document in Python. So to install them, we are going to use Poetry, uh, and it will use the command add, then the name of packages that we want to install. So pandas and lxml.
Guys, to know more about poetry and the general setup, you can watch our video and by visiting the link that is appearing on a screen right now. And the link of the same video will also be available in the description. Do watch it.
Yes, it's installing now. Pandas and lxml. It might take few minutes, few seconds.
Yep.
By the way, in the meantime, you can also use pip to install them. The command is same. You just have to replace poetry add by pip install. So the command will be pip space install space pandas space lx3.
As you can see that the packages are installed now. And for example purpose, what we will do is we will try fetching a table from this Wikipedia page. This page is basically a list of colors in alphabetical orders from A to F. We will fetch this particular table by importing pandas inside a Python prompt.
Okay, so we'll start a Python prompt. We'll run the whole thing in an interactive way. You can also create a script out of it. So we'll first import pandas as PD. So we are just calling pandas as PD in our session. So we can access pandas functions by calling PD dot and the function name. All right. Uh, to get the table from the website, pandas provides a function called as read underscore HTML. You can say PD dot read underscore HTML. You have to give a URL of the website to it. So we'll copy the URL from here, which we are using as an example. We'll paste it here, and uh, you can just do this and just run it. But what it will do is it will get all the tables from this website and then put it in a variable which is df underscore list. In our case, it will create a list of data frames for us, but we are just interested in this one table, right? So there is one more parameter which you can give, which is called as match, and then you have to just give the you have to give a word which is unique in the website and it's in the table. So you can give any word from this table. We'll try with hex for now. So we'll say hex.
If the word that you give in match is appearing in more than one table, so what pandas will do is it will fetch all the tables where it finds the match as hex.
Yep. So in our case, what we'll check what is in the variable df underscore list now. So as you can see, it's a list. We can check the length of the list. That is how many tables did it return. So it's only one. Okay. And to get the first element from the table, all we have to do is create a new variable df equals to, and then the list variable df underscore list, and you have to pass an index. So in this case, it's a 0 index. That is the first element from the list that we are getting. So if I now check df, it is pandas data frame, which is a pandas data structure that it provides. All right, now you can see that we actually got the table from the URL without doing anything special. Now we just have to write this data frame or this table into a CSV or a spreadsheet. So for that, pandas has a method called as d. Uh, we have to use the variable which has the table and say dot and then to CSV. So that means this data frame is converted to a CSV, and you have to give some parameters to it. So one is the path of the file. So we can give any file name colors.csv, and what this will do is it will check if this file is there. If it is there, it will overwrite it. If it is not there, it will create this file for you. uh, there's one more parameter which we are going to use. It's called index. You can see there is a 0, 1, 2, 3. There's something in the left side of the table. This is a pandas index, and we did not have this in the original table from the website. It just created it because pandas data frames have a column and an index as well. So if it is not there, then it will just create a default index, which is just a number, basically incrementing number. But we do not want this number to be in the CSV file. So we'll say index equals to false. And this did not give any error, so that means the file has been written. And I can go and check. Okay, so there's a colors.csv file here. You can open it in a in an application which is LibreOffice here. You can also open it in a like a plain text editor as well, but we'll just see it here. And we can see that the file table has been created and the CSV file is present. Okay, now this was easy, but what if your the table that you want is behind authentication barrier, like you have to log in to get to that table, so you cannot directly use the URL in read HTML, and because it will go to the login page and fail there. What you can do, if it is just once, you can log in manually, like you can log in through your web browser and open the table. So we'll use this page, the action anime list, as an example here. Suppose this page comes after a login page and we have logged in manually now. What I can do is right click and then save this file. You can just click on save as and save this file somewhere in our project. Maybe we'll just go to our project and we'll save it as an HTML file. So I'll just rename it to anime.html.
Now we will use this file that we saved to fetch the table from it, and for that we will again start our Python prompt and import pandas SPD as we did before. In this case, everything that we did in the previous example will remain the same. Just the thing that will change is, instead of using the website URL, here we will use the exact file path, and in this case the file path will be directly anime.html as we have saved it in the same directory. And for giving the keyword to match, what we'll use is something like, let's say we'll use Japanese name. That can be a keyword here. So we'll just copy it, Japanese name, or you can type it as well, JAPANACE, and then we'll just run this command. Let us check if we get the table. Yep. Again, we'll check the list length by len of df lists. It is 1. So again, we can see that we have fetched just one table from the file. Instead of fetching it from the URL, this time we just fetch from the file, and now we will check the exact df by taking it into a variable. Here you can see we have the df. Now we can write this to CSV again, or if we want, we can write to spreadsheet as well. So just let's try writing it to CSV first, then we will write to Excel or spreadsheet to be precise.
Right, if we open the check the file,
Yep, it is anime.csv. If you can see, yeah. We'll again open just to show.
Yep, we have the file now
and all the data. You can see that we also have the Japanese characters, so Python really fetches everything that it sees. Now to write to spreadsheet, what you need is an extra package called as OpenPixel, and you can install that using Poetry by Poetry add, and then you can use it in your Python prompt.
Okay, to use that we need the same code again. We will read the data frame from the anime.html file. You can see we have the data frame now. To write to a spreadsheet, pandas provides a toExcel method, and you have to run that on the data frame that you want to export. So we'll say to_excel, and then you have to do the same thing we did with the CSV. You have to give a file path, and we can just give anime.excelSX, and then again the same thing, index. Do you want to write the index or not? So we'll say no, we don't want to write the index. You run it, and no output or no error means that it was successful. If we check, we have the anime.excelSX file. You can again open it using LibreOffice, anime.excelSX. and you can see the same result with the CSV. We have it here. We have the whole table. Hope that this video or this trick will be useful to you as well. If you want more tips and tricks like this, or you want a detailed video on pandas, please do let us know on in the comments below. Please do like, share and subscribe.
Also, don't forget to press the bell icon for all the notifications.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.